Have you ever experienced moments in your life when everything felt uncertain, when you weren't sure which direction to take, or if you were even on the right path? Maybe you've prayed for guidance, sought clarity, and hoped for answers, only to feel like nothing is moving forward. You might even wonder, is this Allah guiding me to something greater, or am I just stuck? These phases of doubt or confusion are a natural part of life. They often make us question our efforts and test our patience. Perhaps you've been waiting for a sign from Allah, but instead of clarity, you find yourself standing still, unsure of the next step. It's easy to feel disheartened in these moments, but what if these very feelings were Allah's way of guiding you toward something far greater than what you can imagine? One of the greatest blessings of being a believer is knowing that Allah is always with us, even in moments when His guidance feels hard to see. His signs aren't always loud or obvious. They are often subtle, a gentle nudge in your heart, a moment of reflection, or a series of events that slowly align your path with His wisdom. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 powerful signs that Allah is guiding you toward something greater. These signs may not always be obvious, but they carry profound meaning. Recognizing them can transform how you view your journey and deepen your trust in Allah's plan. By the end of this video, you'll feel inspired and empowered to embrace these moments of uncertainty as part of Allah's divine guidance. Together, let's uncover how Allah's signs are at work in your life, even when you may not realize it. Let's begin this journey of reflection and discovery. Second core, message and theme. Introduction, 400 to 500 words. Allah's guidance is one of the most profound gifts we can experience as believers. It's a constant reminder of His mercy, love, and active presence in our lives. Yet, His guidance often comes in ways we don't immediately recognize. It's not always a loud, unmistakable sign. Rather, it's subtle, a quiet whisper in our hearts, a sequence of events that only later reveal their purpose, or a stillness that encourages reflection. These moments of guidance may seem small or even insignificant at first, but in reality, they carry deep meaning. They are Allah's way of realigning us with His wisdom, drawing us closer to Him, and preparing us for the greater blessings He has written for us. The core message of this video is simple but powerful. Allah is always guiding us, even in the moments when we feel lost, stuck, or uncertain. His signs remind us that He is near, that He hears our prayers, and that He is constantly working in our favor, even when we can't see it in the moment. Allah reassures us in the Quran, "And whoever puts their trust in Allah, He will be sufficient for them." Surah Al-Talaq 65:3. This verse is a profound reminder that Allah's guidance is ever present. Trusting in His plan means understanding that every moment, whether joyful or challenging, is part of a larger picture. It's a story being written for your ultimate good, one that only He can see in its entirety. But it's also important to acknowledge the struggles you may face along the way. Perhaps you're wrestling with unanswered prayers, grappling with self-doubt, or navigating unexpected detours in life. These experiences can feel heavy and discouraging, but they are not signs of failure. Instead, they are opportunities for growth, proof that Allah is actively shaping your path and preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. Take a moment to reflect. Have you ever looked back on a difficult chapter in your life and realized it was a turning point that led to something better? These moments, while painful, are not in vain. They are part of Allah's divine plan to refine you, teach you, and draw you closer to Him. As we continue, let's uncover 5 powerful signs that Allah is guiding you toward something greater. These signs, though subtle, can transform how you view your journey and deepen your trust in Allah's perfect plan. Story 1. The Closed Door. Imagine standing in front of a door you've been trying to open for what feels like forever. You've prayed consistently, knocked persistently, and poured your heart into every effort. Yet the door remains firmly shut. At first, it feels like rejection. You wonder if you've done something wrong, or if Allah has forgotten you. But over time, you begin to see things differently. That closed door wasn't a denial. It was Allah's way of protecting you from something that wasn't meant for you. Maybe it was a job, a relationship, or an opportunity you desperately wanted. Yet, in hindsight, you realize that had that door opened, it might have led to disappointment, harm, or heartbreak. This is how Allah works. He sees the entire picture when we can only see a small piece. A closed door is not rejection, it is redirection. It is Allah gently guiding you toward a path that is better for you in ways you cannot yet imagine. The Quran reminds us, it may be that you dislike a thing while it is good for you. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:2-1-6. Reflection. Trust in Allah's wisdom. That closed door is not the end. It's a stepping stone to something greater. Allah's plan is always better than our desires, and He is preparing you for something far beyond what you envisioned. Story 2. The Unexpected Challenge. Now, think back to a time when life threw you a curveball. A relationship ended unexpectedly. You lost a job, or you faced a personal failure. In the moment, it felt overwhelming and unfair. You may have wondered, why is this happening to me? Why is Allah testing me like this? But as time passed, you began to see the purpose behind the struggle. That challenge wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to build you. It taught you resilience, helped you develop patience, and deepened your connection with Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "When Allah loves a servant, He tests them." Tirmidhi. This hadith reminds us that trials are not punishments. They are blessings in disguise. They are Allah's way of refining us, teaching us valuable lessons, and preparing us for the next chapter in our lives. Reflection. Challenges are not roadblocks. They are tools for growth. Embrace them as signs that Allah is shaping you, strengthening you, and guiding you toward His greater plan for your life. Story 3. The Quiet Whisper. Have you ever felt a sudden, unexplainable urge to do something good? Maybe it's the desire to pray after neglecting your salah, a strong pull to give charity when you're facing financial struggles yourself, or a realization that you need to seek forgiveness from someone you've wronged. These quiet whispers in your heart are not coincidences. They are Allah's way of gently guiding you back to Him. These moments of inspiration often come when we need them the most, aligning us with Allah's will and encouraging us to take the next step on our spiritual journey. The Quran beautifully captures this concept, and He found you lost and guided you. Surah Ad-Duha 93:7. These whispers are signs that Allah has not forgotten you, that He sees your potential and is calling you to realign your heart and actions with His path. Reflection. Pay attention to these moments of inspiration. They are not random. They are Allah's way of steering you toward goodness and helping you grow closer to Him. Story 4. The Unexpected Opportunity. Sometimes, Allah's guidance comes in the form of an unexpected opportunity. Perhaps you meet someone at the right time who changes your perspective, or you receive an offer you weren't even looking for. Maybe it's a chance encounter, an idea that sparks a new direction, or a door that suddenly opens without you even knocking. These moments often feel like divine intervention, and that's because they are. Allah's plan is constantly unfolding around us, even when we can't see it in the moment. What may seem like a coincidence is often a carefully placed sign from Allah, reminding us that He is in control and His timing is perfect. Reflection. Stay open to the unexpected. Allah's guidance often arrives in ways we cannot anticipate, but these moments are part of His divine plan to lead you to what is best for you. Embrace these opportunities with gratitude and trust in His wisdom. Each of these stories reflects a unique way in which Allah guides us through closed doors, unexpected challenges, quiet whispers, and unforeseen opportunities. They remind us that Allah's signs are all around us, even in the moments that feel uncertain or difficult. The key is to trust in His wisdom and timing. When you start to recognize these signs, you'll realize that Allah is always working in your favor, even when the path feels unclear. These signs are not just guidance. They are invitations to grow closer to Him, to trust Him more deeply, and to align your heart with His divine plan. Let's continue exploring how we can embrace these signs in our daily lives and take practical steps to align ourselves with Allah's guidance. Life is full of challenges and uncertainties, and during these times, it's natural to feel a wave of doubt. You might find yourself wondering, why hasn't Allah answered my prayers? Or, am I doing something wrong? These thoughts can be overwhelming, making you question your efforts and your connection with Allah. But I want to reassure you, these feelings are not a sign of failure. They are part of the journey of faith, and they are deeply human. This verse serves as a reminder that every trial you face is accompanied by ease, even if it's not immediately visible. What feels like a setback today might be the very stepping stone you need for a greater blessing tomorrow. Allah's wisdom is infinite, and His plan for you is always designed with your best interest in mind, even when it's hard to see it. Consider this: every test you endure, be it financial difficulty, relationship challenges, or personal doubt, is an opportunity for growth. It's Allah's way of refining your character, teaching you resilience, and drawing you closer to Him. These struggles are not a punishment. They are signs that Allah is actively involved in your journey, preparing you for what lies ahead. It's also important to trust in Allah's timing. While you may feel that your prayers are delayed or unanswered, Allah knows what's in your heart. He sees your efforts, hears your du'as, and understands the depth of your longing. Often, what feels like a delay is actually Allah's way of orchestrating something far better than what you've asked for. Let this be a source of hope. Every hardship you endure is part of Allah's divine wisdom. Trust that your struggles are not in vain. They are shaping you into the person you're meant to be and preparing you for blessings beyond your imagination. Stay patient, stay faithful, and know that Allah's plan is always greater than your fears. Here's an expanded version of practical tips and actionable steps, 600 to 700 words, with detailed guidance and examples for each tip. 5. Practical tips and actionable steps, 600 to 700 words. Recognizing Allah's guidance is a beautiful step toward deepening your connection with Him. But how can we align ourselves with His plan and embrace the signs He places in our lives? Here are 5 practical, actionable steps to help you strengthen your faith and move forward with confidence and trust. 1. Strengthen your trust in Allah. Trusting in Allah's plan is the foundation of faith. It means believing that whatever happens, whether it's what you hoped for or not, is ultimately for your benefit. Remind yourself regularly that Allah knows what is best for you, even when it's hard to see the bigger picture. Actionable. Step. Each morning, start your day with a simple affirmation. I trust in Allah's wisdom and timing. Pair this with a verse from the Quran, such as, and whoever puts their trust in Allah, He will be sufficient for them. Surah At-Talaq 65:3. Integrate into daily life. Whenever you face uncertainty, pause and recite this verse as a reminder that Allah is in control and His plan is unfolding perfectly. 2. Stay patient. Patience is not just about waiting. It's about maintaining a positive attitude and unwavering faith during moments of uncertainty. Patience shows your trust in Allah's wisdom, knowing that everything is happening at the right time. Actionable step. When you feel frustrated or anxious about delays in your life, recite, Indeed, Allah is with the patient. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:153. Practical example. If you're waiting for a specific answer, whether it's related to work, family, or personal growth, use the waiting period to improve yourself. Engage in small acts of worship, such as extra du'as, voluntary prayers, or reading Quran, to fill the time with positivity and purpose. 3. Reflect on past struggles. Reflection is a powerful tool for growth. Looking back on your past struggles and recognizing how they shaped you can help you see Allah's wisdom in hindsight. It also reminds you that every challenge has a purpose, even if it's not immediately clear. Actionable. Step. Take 10 minutes at the end of each week to journal about a challenge you faced and what you learned from it. Ask yourself, how did this experience help me grow? How did it strengthen my faith? Practical example. Think of a time when something didn't go as planned, but later turned out to be a blessing. Write about how that experience brought you closer to Allah or opened unexpected doors. Pray consistently. Dua is your direct connection with Allah, a lifeline in moments of confusion, gratitude, or need. Make it a habit to pour your heart out to Allah daily, asking for guidance and clarity in every decision you make. Actionable step. Dedicate 5 to 10 minutes each day solely for dua. Start by praising Allah, then express your needs, seek forgiveness, and conclude with gratitude. Be specific in your prayers, and trust that Allah's response will come at the perfect time. Practical example. If you're unsure about a decision, perform Salat al-Istikhara, the prayer for guidance, and ask Allah to guide you toward what is best. Follow this by paying attention to how events unfold, or the sense of peace that comes after the prayer. 5. Embrace the unexpected. Allah's guidance often comes in unexpected ways, through a chance encounter, a surprising opportunity, or a path you never considered. Being open to these moments can lead you to blessings you didn't even know were possible. Actionable step. Start each day with a mindset of curiosity and gratitude. Say, Ya Allah, guide me to what is best for me today and help me recognize your signs. Practical example. When an unplanned opportunity arises, such as meeting someone who offers advice, receiving a job offer you weren't expecting, or encountering a new idea, approach it with gratitude and reflection. Ask yourself, could this be part of Allah's plan for me? Consistency is key. While these steps may seem simple, their power lies in consistency. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The most beloved deeds to Allah are those that are consistent, even if they are small." Bukhari. Don't feel pressured to implement everything at once. Start with 1 or 2 actions and gradually build from there. The key is to approach these steps with sincerity and trust in Allah's plan. Final thought. Every step you take toward recognizing Allah's guidance is a step closer to Him. By trusting His plan, practicing patience, reflecting on your journey, praying consistently, and embracing the unexpected, you'll not only strengthen your connection with Allah, but also gain clarity and peace in your own life. Start today by choosing one step to focus on. Whether it's journaling about past struggles or dedicating 10 minutes to dua, every small action brings you closer to the greater purpose Allah has written for you. As we reflect on these signs, let this truth sink in. Allah is always guiding you, even when the path ahead feels uncertain or unclear. His guidance isn't random or accidental. It's deliberate, perfectly timed, and lovingly crafted for your ultimate good. Whether it's a closed door that protects you, a challenge that strengthens you, a quiet whisper that redirects you, or an unexpected opportunity that surprises you, Allah's presence is constant in your life. Each sign is a gentle reminder that He sees you, He hears you, and He's actively working to bring you closer to Him. Take a moment right now to pause and reflect. What are the signs Allah has already placed in my life? Think about the times He redirected you, supported you, or answered your prayers in ways you didn't initially understand. These moments are proof of His mercy, wisdom, and love for you. Now here's your next step. Act on these signs. Trust in Allah's timing, even when it feels delayed. Stay patient, knowing that every struggle you face is part of a larger divine plan. Embrace the moments that challenge you as opportunities for growth, and let the unexpected opportunities remind you of Allah's boundless blessings. Remember, your breakthrough is closer than you think. Allah's plan is always unfolding, and your job is to stay connected to Him, seeking His guidance and trusting His wisdom. Finally, share this message. You never know who might be struggling to recognize Allah's guidance in their own life. By sharing, you're not only spreading hope and inspiration, but also fulfilling a part of your own spiritual journey by encouraging others to draw closer to Allah. So today, reflect, take action, and trust. Your journey is unique, and Allah's plan for you is greater than anything you can imagine. Keep moving forward, and know that Allah is with you every step of the way.